Hello, and welcome back to Doveys Divination. If you're new here, I am Dovey. Today we are doing a pick a card reading. It's going to be what's happening in the next 7 days. I'm actually not going to show you the cards today. I want you to use your intuition and choose which pile you think is your pile. I'll just tell you what decks they're from. So pile 1 is from the Hoodoo Tarot, pile 2 is from Akamara Tarot, and pile 2 is from the Modern Witch Tarot, okay? So you can go ahead and choose your pile. If you need to, you can pause the video, and we're going to go ahead and get started with pile 1, okay? So pile 1, you chose the Hoodoo Tarot. And your card is the Three of Wands, okay? So definitely going to be about some type of expansion or travel this week. It could be actually physically in the 3D, or it could just be you spiritually going through some type of spiritual growth, or even like some type of mental expansion or knowledge. Maybe you're going to learn something very, not just some regular knowledge, like something life-changing knowledge I'm getting. Something that's going to change your perspective on something. Yeah, Page of Coins. He is the student in this deck. So yeah, you're starting something new, or it's putting you on a new path to something you didn't know before this week. Knight of Wands and the Empress. Okay. So you're going to take action on it immediately, because the Knight of Wands is very fast energy. And it's taking you towards the energy of the Empress. So you are going to be very abundant in this new project, or whatever direction you're going. Maybe if it's a schooling, this skill or this degree is going to take you far. Okay. I'm getting, for some of you, it's some type of cultural thing. Maybe like anthropology, or just, history, art history. Some of you may be researching your own culture. That could be something like maybe you find out this week that you're part of a certain culture, and through some research, and it just expands your horizons and you want to learn more and more about it. Page of Cups. Okay. I feel like it's gonna open up your creativity, your maybe even your emotions. Maybe you're seeing something or someone differently in your family this week, because you do now know about something related to family or culture. So it gives you a new emotional perspective on somebody. Yeah, Ace of Swords. You're getting some type of truth that lets you look at somebody else differently, but also your own self, okay? I definitely feel like this is something completely unexpected. Like, you would never have seen this coming in a million years. Okay, you have the Emperor and the Temperance. Yeah, it's almost is healing something about yourself too. You do now have two divine counterparts out here, the Emperor and the Empress. Maybe learning this, I don't even know if it was a secret. It was always there, but it was hidden to you, maybe. It's bringing healing to a relationship, I feel like, to even if it's just a relationship with yourself or somebody else, it's you seeing things differently because you're recognizing, it's giving pattern recognition, or now that you have this key information, it makes you understand so much more. But it has something to do with your culture or the way or tradition, the way of things that your family does. But also, again, if this is a study, a new class, it's still giving you insight into your own self, okay? Four Wands, ancestry. This is definitely an ancestry card, okay? Because Four Wands is about foundation and celebration and unity, okay? Yeah, the sun at the bottom. Yeah, something is being brought into the light. Seven of Swords, okay? What else do you have for me, Spirit? What's happening for pile 1 in 7 days? Page of Swords. It's making you dig further. Like, if you feel like this is just the surface, you just scratched the surface on something, and it's making you look into some more things. Yeah, like I said, it's changing. Wherever you're learning, it's changing your perspective on everything that you've known. It feels like about yourself, about maybe a person, about your culture, traditions, and your family. I mean, it could be like a family secret that's being let out, but maybe you're learning about something that's been passed down from person to person. Like, okay, for instance, let's just say you have a habit, right? And it might not be the best habit. You might be even ashamed of it somehow, right? And you feel, I don't know, you felt like the black sheep for a long time in your family. You felt like you didn't understand why you had this thing about you. Then something is let out, some type of knowledge is let out, some type of, it could be a secret. But I'm getting it wasn't really a secret. It just, you couldn't see it clearly. But now you see it and you're realizing it wasn't just you, that this thing has been going through your family line for a really long time. You may realize that something that you have faced, your uncle faced, your nephew faced, your grandfather faced, your great-grandfather faced, like, you know, or if this was in the matriarchal line, it's something that you, not just you, but maybe a sister, a niece, a cousin, an aunt, a grandmother, like, it's something that you're realizing that you're not the bad seed or something, or you're not the only one that this has happened to or has this thing about you. So it becomes healing for you, because I feel like you hid it, or you were in denial of it. Because like I said, I don't think it's something that was actually being hidden or any type of manipulation. It was something that you just couldn't see. Or you didn't want to see it. Yeah, Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Maybe you were scared to look at it because it was painful. Why is the Seven of Swords here? the Moon, and Six of Cups. Yeah, that's past emotions, past excuse me, past history. Something it could have even deal with children, a mom and child, or children, because there's children in both these cards. One with like a grandfather and a grandson, and then two children that, you know, I don't know, they could be friends, they could be cousins, siblings. And you have 1, 2, 3 of the pages. Which page is missing? You have the Page of Coins, the Page of Cups, the Page of Swords. So the Page of Wands is missing. So maybe somehow this it stifled maybe creative energy or passion, or scared to go after a passion or something. This is kind of reminding me of too, like, maybe your family only was known to do one thing, or only known to, you know, maybe live in a certain area. And you always maybe had dreams of doing something different or leaving your area, but you always found your somehow you always found something stifling that. And you couldn't understand why you could never get going or reach your goals or something, and it's because of an energy that was carried through your lineage. Ace of Coins at the bottom. But now that you have this information, you're going to get this new start. And it's going to open up a lot for you. Not just your creativity and your emotions. It's going to open up your money. Like, you're becoming aligned with where you're supposed to go, no matter where you come from. Isn't it like, no matter where you come from? They can think of different world. Like, yeah, you were meant to be in a different world than your lineage. I kind of feel like maybe they were keeping you small, but out of fear. Anything else for pile 1? 10 of Wands. Yeah, it was weighing you down. It was weighing you down. I feel like you are the one that's meant to your first card was 3 of Wands. This was your signifying card. You are the one that's meant to expand, learn new things, take on more adventures, become abundant. It's healing something in you for sure. And it's going to heal the people that come after you, because you're going to show them something different. Why is the Temperance here? You have the Devil and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like that is saying that you are healing almost a shadow of yourself, but also of your lineage. But it's not going to be overnight with the Knight of Pentacles. That's the slowest moving knight of the deck. It's going to be a slow process, little by little. But this week it starts. The expansion starts this week, because now that you have it in your mind, everything's going to shift because you're thinking differently. Okay. Anything else? One last message for my pile 1s. Hierophant and Seven of Cups. Yeah, I feel like that's saying like you're gonna be the one to lead. The Hierophant is a leader, a spiritual teacher even. You're creating a new tradition. You're opening up different pathways for the the people that come after you, maybe your children. But also Seven of Cups could be illusion. I feel like you were stuck in a tradition of your family and you felt like you couldn't do other things or reach other achievements because you only could do what you saw. I don't think you thought other things were possible, but now you're realizing everything that you can think of is possible. If you can think it, then it can happen. And then closing this out, you have the star at the bottom. So that's like, and that's the grandchildren. Like you are giving new hope, new inspiration to the next generation in your family because you're going to be the one that decided that, no, I can go a different path. Okay. So yeah, that went somewhere where I wasn't expecting it to go. I thought maybe this was like just somebody going on a new, and maybe it is. Maybe you are the first to go to college or something like that. The first to study a certain, get a certain degree. You know, it could be something simple as that. Because that's I thought where we're going, but this seems like you're healing your DNA, literally. Like you're healing something that's going to change the whole trajectory of your family and your bloodline. Okay? So that's what I have for you, pile one. Please like, share, and subscribe so you know when I post new videos. Thank you for sharing some energy with me today, and I'll see you at the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, pile two. Let me just get a quick sip of water. You may be between the ages of 17 and 37. That's a 20-year span, right? Okay, something might be something about the last 20 years. If you're, if you're old enough to, if you're past 20, this might be about the last 20 years. Page of Swords. Okay, the Page of Swords is the one who goes in search of knowledge. Okay, he's young, but there's something in him that makes him very curious. It's like Gemini energy. So this could be something to do with your Gemini chart. I mean, your Gemini chart. Your Gemini, the Gemini in your chart. So if you have any significant planets in Gemini, or if you have whatever house Gemini rules in your chart, this may be the area that's going to be important this week. You know, Uranus is moving into Gemini on April 25th. And Uranus has been in Taurus for the last, I think it went in there in like 2017 or 18, something like that. So it's been about 7 to 8 years, not 20, but that's 7 to 8 years is a significant amount of time that you might have been going through something. It's going to change this week because Uranus is shifting. Okay. You have 9 of Pentacles. Okay. You're looking for some type of maybe independence, freedom in your finances this week. The Devil. Okay. I mean, Taurus is about financial And it rules your second house traditionally in traditional astrology. So that's definitely about what you value, how maybe even how you save your money. Um, so yeah, maybe things are financially are starting to take a turn for you. Maybe you don't feel as like you have to keep such a tight budget, or that finances aren't so tight. You could be looking to expand, maybe pick up a new job or new career so that finances aren't so tight. I don't know. Let's see. You have the Knight of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, some of you may have been holding back in a relationship, or somebody has been holding back with you. Like they've been clinging to maybe a certain way of handling you, or you vice versa. Take it how it resonates. Somebody has been valuing you, or looking at you like your value. Okay, so let's say they've been looking at you like you're a Four of Pentacles. Now they see you as a Nine of Pentacles. So your value has went up 5 times to them, okay? Wouldn't be surprised if the Ten of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles comes out here. But yeah, I feel like somebody's looking at you like they really value you. Like, or also that they don't need to control you or possess you somehow in order to get you to be a certain way in a relationship. Might get some Scorpio energy out here too. Because, the dark side of Scorpio is wanting to control, especially in intimate relationships. Chariot, okay? Cancer energy. Like this person or you have a drive to actually nurture now and not control, and kind of just let things flow naturally how they're supposed to in this relationship. Or if this is your finances, you're not being so like the law of attraction. Sometimes, like, if you hold your finances too tight, if you're not willing to share or even just spend a little, like have some fun, you kind of block new energy coming towards you, because it's like if your hand is closed, you can't receive anything. So if you're more open and giving to other people, you too will receive back, because your hand is open, so things can go in your hand now, right? Oh, that's so funny. Look at this card, the Star card. Hands open, so you can receive the blessings, okay? And you have Six of Pentacles. And you have Seven of Swords that came out. We're definitely going to clarify that. But I think for some of you, this, take it how it resonates. If you're not in a relationship, then this is about your finances and how you've been seeing them, and you're going to have more equal give and take in your life, okay? Because you're realizing maybe the more I give, the more I get back. And not necessarily like just spending your money all willy-nilly. No, you still need to have a budget and be responsible, but maybe loosen it up just a little bit so some can come in. Also, money is just energy. It's an exchange of energy. So maybe if you give more time, volunteering, help, even just helping less with your family and your friends, more will come to you, okay? And it may not come back from the people that you helped. That's the other thing. Don't expect if you gave your friend $100 that $100 is coming back from your friend. You may give $100 to your friend and mysteriously $100 check comes in the mail for you. It's some type of rebate from something that you didn't even know that you could get a rebate for. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't necessarily have to come from the same person, but it will come back to you. Okay? Empress. Speaking of abundance. Yeah, you're going to be more abundant. And if this is love, if you start showing more care and nurturing and be more freely in giving, then this relationship is going to be abundant. It's going to feel more like you have a partner, not somebody that you almost have to like parent or be in control of in some way. Nobody wants that, okay? What else is happening for pile 2 for the Lord, for the next week, next 7 days? You got 7 of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I feel like some emotions, or maybe you weren't understanding why somebody was treating you a certain way. The veil is being lifted this week. The illusions are being lifted. You're going to see this person for who they are. It feels like a good thing, though. It doesn't feel like bad. I mean, well, it did land on 7 of Swords. Let's clarify this 7 of Swords. Please tell me about this 7 of Swords. Death and 10 of Cups. Okay, so you're going after your happiness. You realize, okay, that might be what it is too. You realize you don't have to be emotionally manipulative to somebody in order to get them to love you. You might have been like, and take it how it resonates. You may have been playing games to get somebody to be a certain way in a relationship with you. Or vice versa. This was your partner being manipulative in order to get a certain type of reaction or a certain type of way of this person loving you. I don't know. But it feels like you or this person is shifting the way they handle you. So it's bringing more abundance, more balance, more equal give and take in the relationship. Yeah, you have 2 of Pentacles at the bottom as well. Oh. 4 of Wands. Yeah, so now you guys can actually build the foundation that you were supposed to have all along. This feels like this was like a long-term relationship. This doesn't feel like somebody that you just met. This feels like you guys are finally becoming more balanced in the relationship. Yeah, 5 of Wands. This person or you could have been competitive in a relationship. Like, instead of being equal, you felt like you needed more than them, or vice versa. They needed more than you. They might even been competing with you financially too. Like, who has more money? Or maybe even allowing too much conflict in the relationship instead of seeking resolutions. Like, maybe you guys would like argue and then never really resolve it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of just would die out, and then but then you hold on to the resentment, right? And so the next time you argue, not only are you arguing about the new thing, you bring back the old thing back up too, because you never resolved it. So it was a lot of back and forth and things just constantly building up in this relationship that weren't being resolved. Um, it almost feels like you guys, for a moment, again, I really feel like this is a long-term relationship, but maybe this last 6 or 7 years, if you guys have been together longer than that, is a lot of resentment has built up, and it feels like you guys were battling each other, like seeing each other as my enemy, somebody I got to feud with, somebody I got to be on defense towards, instead of this is my teammate. Okay, justice at the bottom. So yeah, you're getting your justice. It's going to be balanced. Starting this week, this person or you are seeing each other like, we're in this together. You're my partner. I cannot make this up. 2 of Cups. You are my partner. You are not my enemy. You're not my competition. I want to help you as well as you helping me. We will get further together. Hermit. Yeah, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be, and this card is called Exile. So you may have been feeling very lonely in this relationship for the last few years, okay? You may have felt like it was just you. You had to do everything for yourself. You felt like your partner was so far away, and it might have just been like emotionally. Maybe there was even some physical, maybe you guys separated for a little while too. But now things are coming into balance for you this week. What is this? 7 of Wands. Yeah, you were always on defense. Okay, anything else? Why was your Page of Swords here? That's the only thing that's sticking out to me still. Why was the Page of Swords here? 3 of Cups. And the Emperor. I feel like, and then you have the Empress out here as well. I feel like your Emperor had to conquer something. Or if you're the Emperor, you had to conquer something. You may have been taking too much like outside influence. Maybe your friends were giving you advice or something on how to deal in your relationship, and they were not the best people to get the information from. Maybe they don't have good relationships, or maybe their relationship works differently for them than yours will. But yeah, your circle was not the best to get the information from. And then you have the King of Pentacles at the bottom, which I said that would come out. You are getting to your King of Pentacles, or vice versa. Your person is getting to their King of Pentacles because they now understand the value of this relationship, and want to pour into it. I feel called to pull a love oracle for you guys, pile 2. And then we will end it here. Please tell me about pile 2 in this situation, if it's about love. All right, 2 cards wanted to come out. Let's see. Daydream. I can't get you off my mind all day, every day. I always wonder what you were doing, how you were feeling about me. Meet me in my dreams tonight so we can start making our future together a reality. I want to build a strong, solid foundation for us. Didn't I say that? Like, this person is ready to build with you now, okay? Where before, they may have been more selfish and just thinking about themselves. Protected. I will always protect you, my love, even when we are together or not at this time. My higher self is always with you. I will always protect you and the love that we share. I will keep boundaries around my heart that only you can cross. Okay, that's where the Seven Wands is coming in. So yeah, they may have had to, you know, put some boundaries in with these people here, their friends, their family, whoever was maybe giving them bad advice. Okay, they're now only communicating with you about this relationship. If they have an issue with you, they're coming to you. If they want to tell you how much they love you, they're coming to you. Um, it's protected now. It's just you and them, okay? So yeah, that's some good energy right there. If this is again your money, I feel like you're changing your relationship with money. Okay, you're realizing it needs to be balanced. You need to give and take. You need your financial independence. Maybe you're taking too much from other people, but not giving. Okay. Yeah, you're ready to stand on your own now and build your own foundation. And that's going to make you abundance. You have to keep discipline here with the Seven of Wands with yourself. You have a relationship with money now that you didn't have before, because you understand how money and energy works. If this was financial for you, okay. All right, pile 3. $36.36 on the clock. You may be $36.99, maybe significant to you. Let's see what your card is. Death. Definitely 9s, okay? I even think 99 in a spiritual meaning is like the culmination of something. Yeah, you're coming to an ending this week. Please tell me about pile 3. What's happening for them in the next 7 days? 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Maybe a project you've been working on, or maybe a job that you've been at for a long time. You have the courage to kind of move on and see what else is out there now. You got the Strength card, Knight of Cups, and 6 of Cups, okay? Some of you, this is you getting the courage to go back out there and date. Maybe, you're ready to step out the comfortability of this 3 of Pentacles, which is like, your friend group, and you're like, yeah, I'm ready to go out there and see if there's any love out there for me. Leo season, maybe significant for you, maybe a Leo. The World and the 3 of Wands. Yeah, you're closing out a cycle of being stagnant somehow. Again, like I said, for another pile, Uranus is moving out of Taurus after, I think, since 2018, I want to say. Somewhere around that. Like, it's been a minute, like 7, 8 years, something like that. And now it's moving into Gemini on April 25th, which is 4 days from when I'm recording this. So wherever that house is for you, your Taurus house, you're going to have one last shakeup in that house, and then you're going to move into your Gemini house, okay? Which is going to bring another 7 to 8 years of that energy being shaken, okay? I feel like cause Gemini is about like communication, short travel, being the student. I feel like you're going to be learning more about how you communicate with others, but also with yourself. Getting to understand your surroundings more, how your energy affects your surroundings. So maybe even you're going to be taking another look at your friend group. That you might be shifting that because you realize that it's keeping you stagnant. You have the moon, and then you have another card that went underneath the table. Let me get it. Hold on. Oh, Four Wands. Yeah, your group. You may be coming into finding your. I don't want to even. It could be a soul tribe, but yeah, a group that better resonates with who you're becoming now. The Ten of Pentacles at the bottom. I feel like these people are gonna take you to a higher level in life. Wheel, Fortune, and Star. Yeah, like they're taking you to new heights, like places where your past friends or even job you've outgrown that place or those people. Eight of Wands, Four Cups. It's gonna kind of it's a lot of fear behind this, okay? I feel like you're gonna do it anyways, but I feel like you're gonna be having a lot of second guessing, a lot of looking back a little bit here with the Six of Cups. Like, am I making the right decision? You know, I already had a somewhat good life. It wasn't bad. You're gonna start like trying to reason with yourself about giving up or going back. I don't feel like you are, but I feel like that's going to come up. But no, I want you to think about the Five of Pentacles that you felt, okay? Yes, there probably was good times with this group of family or friends or job, but there was more stagnancy and more bad energy than it was good, okay? King of Wands. You know, the Devil in the reverse at the back of the deck. I feel like this is definitely a shadow work that you'll be doing. You know, Taurus kind of represents our values. And usually the values that have been given to us from our family is traditional. I mean, it's the Hierophant. Gemini, like I said, is very curious energy, wanting to go explore, but not so far to the depths of like Sagittarius, but they do want to kind of, all right, I'm gonna use this example. I feel like Gemini is when you like bar hop, okay, or you want to try different restaurants in your area. That's Gemini energy. Sagittarius energy is, I'm going to hop on a plane and go across the world, okay? That's like, and that's not saying you're not going to do that too, but I feel like this is more about getting to know yourself, getting to know your neighborhood, getting to know almost like childlike wonder. You may even go back in doing hobbies that you once did when you were little, and you're gonna re-pick them back up, okay? Yeah, but it's starting this week. You're realizing that you need to make the shift, the jump, okay? Let's clarify this Three of Pentacles here, Spirit. What's this Three of Pentacles? The King of Pentacles, okay? You know, the Empress at the bottom. Yeah, I feel like I'm still getting the energy of you outgrew this Three of Pentacles. Because they were the Three of Pentacles, okay? They were keeping you in the thought, in the energy process of a Three of Pentacles. Of maybe I need other people to make things happen for me. And you really are the King of Pentacles. You probably were the person that was kind of like the leader of the group. Or you needed to be the leader. Maybe you held yourself back some, but you needed to be the leader. And you're realizing that this week, and you're like, I'm gonna have the courage to. I almost feel like, I was thinking about this as love, but I almost feel like you're romancing your life. You're taking care of yourself with the Empress here at the bottom. Excuse me. Why is the Knight of Cups here? Knight of Swords. Seven of Wands. I feel like you're making this shift before you can talk yourself out of it. You're going to move quickly. This is going to happen this week. You're going to get the thought, the idea to make this shift, and you're going to do it right away. Okay, you have Gemini energy, and it's funny enough, we were talking about Sagittarius energy. So, yeah, you are deciding to maybe even follow a childhood dream. Maybe something you put on the back burner that you were scared to go after. Why is this Six of Cups here? Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going back to working on something that you loved in the past. Why is the Four of Cups here? The Fool. Yeah, you're just scared about starting over. Like I said, you may hesitate and look back a little bit, but you're gonna make the leap, and rather quickly. Why is this Moon here? Ace of Cups. A new emotional beginning. Yeah, once you make this shift and it starts happening for you and it's not going completely to shit, you're going to feel so proud of yourself. So, like, I'm getting like new baby, new parent emotions. Like, this is my baby. Like, you know how somebody's a first time mom and like all they talk about is their baby, or even when you first get married, all you talk about is, oh, my husband this, my wife that. Like, it's that energy of something very new, something that you nurtured, you did it, you made it, you're starting a new chapter, a new life, and all you see is just so much good feelings and emotions. Like, you're on cloud nine. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? The Devil. I feel like that's like, don't let people knock your joy, okay? Because people are, they only can see what they can see, okay? They can't see what you can see. Meaning, how can this be good for you? Because I don't see myself being able to do it. A lot of people instill their fears into you and try to make you doubt yourself and your choices. But I don't see you letting that hold you back, okay? But it's just letting you know that not everybody's gonna be happy for you, and that's okay. That's their business. Why is the King of Wands here? Two of Wands. Yeah, you're gonna be expanding. You're going to be making plans. You may even have Taurus in your 11th house, because that's the house of like associates and friends. So Uranus will be moving into your 12th house. I really do feel like you're going to be relearning yourself and relearning the things that you liked, that you loved. I think you kind of fell into like you were following tradition. You were doing what was expected of you and not what you wanted to do. And I really feel like this is going to be healing to your subconscious, like the 12th house. You are really seeing yourself almost through your own eyes, if that makes any sense. Like, and 12th house also represents dreaming. So yeah, I feel like you're gonna feel really good in that watery Pisces energy, even though it's your Gemini house. Um, yeah, I really feel like you're gonna be relearning yourself and meeting yourself again for the first time. That's the energy I'm picking up on, and it's gonna happen very quickly. I really feel like you're gonna make a complete shift this week. You're gonna make a choice to walk away from something, and it's gonna be on and popping from there. Yeah, if that's what I have for you, pile three. Please like, share, and subscribe. So you know when I post a new video, and I will see you guys at the next one. Okay, take care. Bye bye.